the world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I, for one, am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play. We exercise our right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction. Being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb. Look, I get it, it's like the world is going crazy. Seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining. It's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
We on?
We know.
We motherfucking on. What up, everybody? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Excuse me if I ain't as hype as I usually am. We gonna take a quick moment of silence for a good friend of ours that passed away just recently. Singer, the person who got the shit together, a good friend of everybody here at the studio, Jesse Calhoun. He was taken from us too soon from the band Stereotype Eye, so we're gonna give a quick moment for that shit right there. Alright, with that being said, what up? You know, I kind of freeballed this. I had a lot of shit to do. I do have a couple issues with some shit that's going on, and we're going to discuss that shit, and I'm sure it'll piss somebody the fuck off. But before we get on that, make sure we give a shout out to all new listeners, all new followers, iHeartRadio. We are on that shit. The Eargasm guys, John Dante and them. There is a Light 'em Up show tomorrow night I'm going to be a part of. It's a open mic type deal. If you suck, people, put some lights on and they'll just cut your mic off. I think that's pretty fucking shady, but it's the way it rolls. Hey, ain't my game, but I'll play it with everybody else. But yeah, it's a free show. Come out there, have a good time. That is out in Cleveland at Bar 17. Check that shit out. We've been posting it. They've been posting it. We also got a wine tasting coming up on the 31st with the Eargasm guys out in Cleveland. So check that shit out on the Eargasm comedy Facebook shit there. We got it too on ours, but get your goddamn tickets. What else we got coming up here? We got
comedy show at Social 22.
Yes, John Huff joint. That is going to be on the 29th down in Struthers. I'm going to be performing there too with the rest of the guys. Always a good time, good place, good people. So come on down to that shit. That is a free show also. But tip your people, tip your comedians too. Shit, hey. Also got a hypnotist going on at the end of August for charity. The All About the Pause. The wine tasting is about that too. And also me and the guys here, Greg is like collaborating this whole shit together. But we're going to try to do a benefit for Jesse and his family. Just to help out with the funeral expenses and just, life the way it is.
I pretty much got the band scheduled. The band's on board.
Awesome. We'll keep you guys posted.
I just have to meet with a venue owner to figure out the date.
We will keep you posted with that shit right there. Huh. Alright, so, spoiler alert, and nobody here has probably seen this shit, but I gotta talk about it, man. News has been boring. Nobody wants to cover the real shit. At least when Trump was president, they was digging up shit. Some shit, even if you pulled dirt up on Trump, he was bringing somebody down with him. Now we just got the same old horse shit, Biden don't do no wrong or whatever. But the Purge, fucking Purge, for what it was, for the idea, I fucking love the Purge franchise. I fucking love, it's fantasy. We all know it's not going to happen or whatever, and we all know it could go sideways. But hey, just as a fucking franchise, I fucking loved it. The first one was white rich folks against white rich folks. Can't say there was no racism there. Second one, black folks. There was rich black folks fucking with the inner city, black owners. No racism there. This last one coming up, I don't know what liberal snowflake Democrat fucknut decided they were going to stick their dick in this franchise, but Jesus Christ.
So that Purge Forever?
Yeah, the Forever Purge. It ruined my whole... It made me not want to purge no more. Just because I'm not going to be as stupid as these motherfuckers. There was a whole purpose to this. I mean, it wasn't right, but it was kind of a necessary evil in that, world. But, oh my God, dude.
He said it was a fantasy world.
First of all, I noticed it because it was so prevalent. 99% of the machine guns used in that movie were AR-15s.
Assholes.
That doesn't,
How dare those dickbags use a very popular, convenient, and comfortable platform?
But, dude, they used every trigger that they could in this movie. Like, there was no reason for the Native Americans to be in there.
I have not watched it at all. I haven't watched it. Because of some of the things you sent me, I've read a lot about it today. And you're the only one that I've come across that seems butthurt about this movie at all.
I just think it was a propaganda movie. Like, they totally ruined the franchise, dude. Like, it had every trigger you could have, from the border wall to...
I did hear about that. I did see a picture of that and thought that was kind of corny.
To the trailer trash rising above everybody who were still racist. To the racists trying to justify their racism. To the people that the main racists were racist against, now they're helping. Then they had to throw the Native Americans in there. We were fighting this fight for 500 years or something like that. Dude, it was just ridiculous. And then the end of it, You know, spoiler, you know, the Mexicans were having a fit trying to figure out what they were going to do with all the American refugees that came across the border. It was one big fucking propaganda goddamn
I'm
movie.
telling you
Like,
right
they
now what
ruined
Mexico would do. Not let us in.
In the movie, until they started acting a fool, they were letting so many people in a time period. And then after that time period, they were going to close the border. Canada did too. And nothing about Canada. Nothing. They would have had the same fucking problem because they did the same thing that the Mexicans did, but they covered nothing about Canada. It was all about Mexico and the fucking
That's because the
wall,
Canadians
right?
were like, I know it's after the time limit. Like, it's after... Oh, you're sorry? You were running late? Oh, okay, come on. We'll sneak in.
But next time.
Next time be on time.
You know, all the way, even the city's burning and shit like that. I mean, y'all ruined the fucking movie. If you didn't know what The Purge was, or if that was just a standalone movie, might have been a decent, alright show. But for being part of the fucking Purge, oh my god. Oh, it was fucking terrible. Terrible. And then they totally turned it into a race thing when it started off with white people against white people in even that movie. You know, the dude who started that shit, he was a poor white kid.
You're a poor white kid.
And when he got his bonus, he went and bought a gun, and they were going to do this purge.
Now, what poor white kid hasn't done that?
Exactly! Exactly! Yeah, I feel like they ruined the whole thing, and in that whole aspect, they're like, somebody's trying to start some shit again. They have nothing to talk about now. They don't want to talk shit about Biden because they fucking voted him in. So they need something else to... They're like tossing lit matches at shit. Let's go catch on fire.
All I heard about all day was fucking Bezos. Riding his dick into space. That's all I heard.
I don't get why that's a big thing.
I don't understand it.
Everybody's pissed because the richest man in the world decided to spend a little bit of his own fucking money to go into space. Instead of, like, they're criticizing him for not ending world hunger and this, that, and the other thing. The problem with that, like, one...
Dude, it's his money. Shut the fuck up.
Not only that, and we'll get into that philosophical debate in a minute if you want, but not only that, even if he dropped the coin to end world hunger, the problem is, most of the places that we have hunger in, most of, are because the aid never gets to the people. The resources get sucked up by their government. You know, Cuba is a perfect example, but there's many more.
Cuba got the best mechanics in the world.
But that's not the point of his. He always does it.
I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck. And they don't need no computers or nothing.
No, because none of their cars have computers.
They got fucking
if they actually got some modern
40s.
cars, they'd need some fucking computers. They're not fucking wizards, Harry.
That fucking run like they just rolled right off the goddamn lot. 57 Chevys. You think that
57!
bitch just came in? Exactly.
Dude.
If you can keep a 57
Marco,
Chevy
do you know how easy it is to...
This goddamn
in
long?
their conditions, it's easy. They don't put salt on the roads.
They got salt from the ocean all around it.
And cake from
they
the
rain
ocean.
salt water.
It rains salt water. Salt water for you.
It rains salt water.
Fuck.
I mean, fuck. They put a couple squirts of grease in it. They change the oil. They adjust points.
Duct
and
tape.
it runs for another fucking year.
Right.
I mean, there's not much to maintain. Like,
Dude, this is
Greg's like,
decades
right.
and decades and decades.
and the shit was made out of real fucking steel.
Right.
Like steel.
All I'm saying is if I
High
was
quality,
starting a
high
fucking
carbon
shop
steel.
and I had the choice to pick some real deal Cuban mechanics, they'd have a job.
They wouldn't have a fucking clue what to do with a fucking 1999 Cavalier. They'd be fucking scratching their asses trying to figure out, like, the simplest fucking shit.
I'm sure that they have the experience enough to fucking learn real quick.
Once you hit OBD2 and newer, if you can't plug in an interface,
he had to learn.
You can't.
We all had
do
to
shit.
fucking learn to adapt.
Sure, everybody's got to learn to adapt, but Greg, Jesus
if they
Christ.
can keep something running that goddamn
Greg.
long and that good, I'm sure they can adapt real fucking.
And there's
I
cars
trust their
now.
knowledge.
There's cars now you can't even do a fucking brake job on without a factory computer to reset the fucking ABS system.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of
Not
dudes
just
are
a
like
fucking
that.
scanner, a factory fucking computer.
Right.
Like,
Assholes.
so I don't give a like. I get it. They can keep old shit running. Welcome to the oil field. Whoa.
Yeah, wait till the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, you got a bunch of roughnecks out there keeping
EMP
everything fucking
hit
going.
something. You catch you a big fucking EMP and all that electronic shit is gone. But I bet you I'll pull my 49 out with no goddamn electronics whatsoever, and that bitch will roll.
Agreed.
Pour some Drano down that fucking.
That still doesn't mean I'm going to hire a
Carburetor and
Cuban to
go
work in my
on.
new shop.
What?
I might hire him to
fuck?
work in my
No,
post-apocalyptic
you
shop.
did not put Drano.
What
in
did
the
you pour
carburetor.
Drano in?
A
It was the
hooker?
charger. No, you poured Drano down something.
I put CLR.
You said you put fucking Drano down
CLR.
some fucking with transmission. I don't even remember what it was on that
I
charger.
put CLR in the radiator.
And the
Hey, it did its job, but it ate the seals.
Did its job.
I didn't know what else to do, so motherfucker, this household shit that is not meant for cars. I'm gonna
Especially
see what happens.
rubber, like seals and
Yeah.
gaskets
Again,
and.
I was in the mind of old school when you know.
Uh-huh.
This is why you don't hire Cuban mechanics.
Acting like a Cuban. Fucking there it is. Next topic.
But the whole thing about Bezos, bro, is
Oh.
for that one.
he gives away money too.
Yeah.
But like
No.
people
You
are slamming
listen.
him. Like
You
I literally
watch-
saw people like, you know, doing the whole thing about can travel into space but can't pay his people a living wage. First of all, one, he doesn't have anything to do with Amazon anymore. Second of all, Amazon starts at what, 625 or 1625, 1650? Starts
Here.
here, yeah, in a higher cost of living area, it is more
more.
money. They adjust it for your area.
Right.
So you start at a very good wage, and you have full benefits plus paid time off. Plus, there is all kinds of small little perks and stuff they do constantly throughout.
Oh, they're constantly doing monetary awards.
Not only that, how many times a week do you come back to the station and there's food?
Oh, like at least twice a month.
They hit up the local. It's been more than that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, it's 2-3 times a month that you got to figure how many people they're feeding when they bring, you know, Antones into the whole fucking warehouse, because they're feeding all the drivers that come out of that hub plus all the people that work in that warehouse. Now, I mean, it seems small, but if every fucking Amazon depot is doing this,
July, we had National Hot Dog Month.
think how many people work for Amazon.
We had
Do you know
ice
how
cream
much
day.
local economy? You know how much money is pumped into the local economy by Amazon employees because they're making decent money? Like,
That's true.
People make an argument just because, the dude started a fucking online bookstore in his goddamn fucking living room and built the biggest fucking shopping and shipping empire with his bare fucking hands.
Yup, so
Like-
eat a dick, people.
Like, this is what the American dream
God.
is, and then he's letting, and then his creation is creating the dream for other people too.
They also pay
Like,
tuition.
They pay all, dude. Yeah, they pay. Go get your college degree and then go to work somewhere else. I'm tired of people bitching about rich business owners. There has to be some. If you want people to work, there's got to be people that own businesses. Everything cannot be a mom and pop shop. We don't live in that kind of world anymore. All you people that are bitching about fucking mega corporations and you are still ordering stuff off of Amazon, you are the biggest fucking hypocrite in the entire fucking world. And don't DoorDash nothing. Don't Instacart shit. Don't even order your fucking next round of concert tickets online through Ticketmaster. Find a fucking box office. If you're gonna bitch about that,
Take a
then,
breath.
then change your fucking life.
Take a breath.
This is what
Calm
I
down,
found
calm down.
out hanging with the liberal Democrat kids. And I've
with the
snapped on them
homies.
for this hypocritical horse shit. Each and every one, it's the establishment, it's these rich folks, it's these big corporations or whatever. Motherfucker, you're aspiring to be one of them.
Right.
That's what I just said. They're the American fucking dream.
You are complaining about the same person that you want to become.
Right. They're salty. People are salty at Bezos.
How does that even make sense? And beyond who the
Bezos.
fuck or what the fuck Bezos did,
What's Bezos?
it's America. This ain't nobody's goddamn business. Okay,
No,
yeah, maybe he could have fucking did this
wait
or
a
that,
second,
but he didn't want
this
to.
guy also
Why
too
should he
isn't.
have to?
This guy too isn't tied to like the old money, like the Rockefellers and shit like that. Where
It
where
doesn't
shit
matter.
no, it does matter. It even makes a big difference from. I'm not taking their side, but even from that stance of like old money didn't have to work for it, shady shit been going on since the beginning of the fucking nation, kind of hidden money, stolen treasures, that kind of stuff. He's not related to any of that. This motherfucker started a goddamn bookstore in his fucking living room.
Dude,
You know what I mean? This isn't an argument of generational fuckery.
not at all, not
this
at
dude
all, but-
did it, and now everybody's fucking pissed at him. He's also not the
It's
God. He's not
nobody's
Jesus.
business
It's not
but
his.
him.
It's not his job to cure the fucking world of everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yup.
Exactly.
Yup.
That's how Bill
He
Gates
still
gets
gives
away with
away
doing a
more
lot
money
of
than
bullshit.
he still gives away to charity and stuff more money than everyone combined sitting around bitching about him.
Exactly.
And it's still not good enough.
Because and
What
right,
percentage of your money is finally going to be good enough?
the
Now,
number?
do you think here's a question for you guys? Do you think that all this fucking flack he's getting is that he's an outsider and he might come back and be like, fuck, there's alien super fucking malls out there, and I went to a fucking Arab store with an octopus
Dude,
that
they only
fucking
went
sold
to
me
like
blunts.
they only went to like the stratosphere. They only broke the atmosphere, got weightless, and came back down. They didn't go.
But
They
even
didn't go
even
Star
for the,
Trek where they can see fucking
Let
Mogwai
fucking
and shit.
Bezos go smoke a blunt with Musk, and they're gonna be fucking riding jetpacks through goddamn.
Jimmy
everything.
Neutron.
Sounds like a fucking new kind of men's cologne. Like
Jimmy
Bezos and Musk.
Neutron.
Hey, dude, I got a fucking Corvette floating around out here somewhere.
Look, even for the Valley, like even for Mahoning Valley, I mean, Amazon just gave I don't know how many. Shit, I just read it. There was this medical device or whatever that they just gave to one of our Valley hospitals, and a lot of them, for them to run their operations more smoothly. Okay, quit hating on this shit. They give just as much as they're taking. And really, I don't even know what they're taking. I'm just saying they
They're
give.
not taking. They only get paid if they provide a service.
So-
They're not taking money from anybody.
And then what? I think.
And
I
everybody
see
wants to bitch about taxes, about them not paying taxes and this and that and the other thing. But you know what? Fuck you. Your argument's invalid because none of you should be paying taxes anyways.
Dude.
None of us should be paying
No,
taxes.
Amazon's headquarters is in Washington State, and they pay more fucking taxes than a lot of people in the whole fucking country.
Yeah, people confuse
Washington
all the
State
different-
taxes are some
Not
fucked
only
up
that,
shit.
like every state they operate in, there's different licenses and different business entities. It's just like when I was in the car business. Like when I worked for Toyota, there's Toyota, which is in Japan, but then there's, Toyota North America, there's Toyota South America,
Yeah.
there's Toyota, Canada, there's Canada. I mean, there's
There ain't no
GM,
Toyota
there's
Cuba.
GM Canada, there's GM Mexico, there's GM Germany. It's all like, and they're all under the same main corporate umbrella, but they're all separate entities, and they all pay their. They may get out of some federal shit because when you do have a lot of expenses, you do get to deduct those from your taxes. Even when I was a small business owner, I got to deduct all of the same expenses that Amazon gets to deduct. I just didn't get, I didn't make as much money, and I didn't spend as much money, so my deductions weren't as high. But I got to use the same tax code. You know what I mean? But because of the size of my family, the amount of children I have, I don't pay federal income tax. But I still owe the state every year. I still owe the local municipality every year. So, yeah, do they get out of some federal shit? Sure. But you best believe they carry the brunt of local and municipal taxes in the cities, states, and counties that they operate in. Just their sales tax alone when they lease vehicles. You have no idea. No idea what it costs
Assholes.
just to have those vans on the road bringing you your inflatable dolls and purple dildos.
Dog food.
Your
and
cock
cat
ring
litter.
called exercise bands.
Dog food and cat litter and cases of water.
Don't forget the barbecue sauce.
That's too soon.
Too soon.
I seen a meme that you know
I can't say
it
anything.
was
I do a
actually
lot of shopping on
fucking
Amazon.
really right.
So do I.
The
do a
same
lot.
people who are fucking bitching about all this shit are the same people wearing shoes that were made by little slave
Yeah.
kids.
You put.
Yeah,
I think
you
you
posted that,
it.
and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
It's the
that's
truth, though, and it is the absolute truth. You know,
100%."
It's only a problem when it happens in America. But if it happens,
no, it's not even that. It's not even a problem that happens in
then
America. It's
nobody
only
really
a
gives
problem if I am affected, or it's only a problem if I can. You know, with a lot of people, a lot of
you're right, you don't
society, and a
count
lot of
anymore.
groups, it's only a problem if I can gain from it.
Yo.
It's this culture of wanting free shit all the time, man.
Yeah.
Because if you really gave a fuck about atrocities in human life and everything else, trust me, there are plenty of places we could get involved. I mean,
Fucking right.
The Congo is still a fuckhole, by the way. So,
No.
some of the most beautiful land in the world, with some of the most majestic creatures in the world, who are absolutely about to become extinct because of fucking decades of some of the most gruesome civil war that has ever been on the face of this earth, and most people only know that, oh yeah, there has been civil war a long time in the Congo.
Assholes.
If they even know that.
That's
But
your
yet,
word
we're
for
going to
gay.
bitch about generational fucking institutional fucking racism here in the United States while wearing a pair of Nikes made by a sweatshop 6-year-old in fucking China.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Don't.
Fuck you.
Hey.
Nobody wants to talk. Just like, I brought this up to quite a few people because it was very interesting to me. Nobody, everybody
You're
wants these
interesting.
new fucking electric cars and shit. But the main ingredient still, I mean, they're
The fucking, in the batteries.
the cobalt in the batteries.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude, little foreign children are dying every day for that shit.
yeah, it's all little African kids and Mexican kids.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, cobalt, the biggest cobalt mines are in Africa. The second biggest is in Mexico. And they're so small and they're so, they put little kids.
Little
up in
kids.
up in that shit. And Africa's worse. Where is Black Lives Matter? Those little kids are Motorola black. What the fuck? Those are from the motherland.
Hanging on George Floyd's nuts.
George Floyd.
That's another reason why I just can't get behind that shit. For my peoples, don't get me wrong, all peoples is peoples. Yeah,
Right. No shot.
but don't try to throw that horse shit in your face. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And if you go be behind something, it's all the way. You want to say Black Lives Matter, then that's all around the world. Black lives fucking matter. Well, what happened to African Americans? I watched a fucking a small clip, and I am not a fan of Trevor Noah, but he is a very intelligent,
I forgot to
very
go back and watch that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his show.
articulate
in his
dude.
style either,
His
but-
story is, he has an amazing story, but he made very good points. He was getting grilled by this European journalist, and she was at him too, and he's like, even people from Africa come here. They're African. They're not African American. They're Africans in America. And then you have these other people who, can't even trace their descendants or whatever. You're black. And if white people are the only people that don't have an American after it. There's a Mexican American. There's a black
Right,
American.
we're not
there's-
Caucasian American. Well, I mean, for a long time, there used to be Italian. There used to be Italian American, Irish American, German. But
Right,
it used
but,
to be.
but nobody says white American. There's the Irish, Italian. Yeah, I've always heard that growing up, Greeks and all that shit. But it didn't. That was just your descent, your heritage.
Until
and I
recently, I've
found
never
out
seen
like
it white.
this little pocket of Ohio, I guess. Outside of this, dude, is a different. At least
we do live in a very interesting, like, little pocket when it comes to diversity, because
Yeah.
we have always been throughout our city's entire history. We have always been an immigrant city. We've always been a little big city. We're like, we have the same makeup and the same problems as the LAs and more like a New Yorkish, but we're on a much smaller scale. But we experience the exact same things. And a lot of that is because we've always had a very rich heritage and tradition of being a migrant city. And over time, that has changed with the demographic change of who is now currently migrant. Like when we had a huge Italian influx at one time, we had a very big Greek population, very big Irish population. Then, as the demographic of what was coming to America as whatever changed, so did like Youngstown. Look at now with Chinese and Vietnamese, the El Salvadorians and Mexicans, as well as we have a lot of Arabic influx in the area now, but that's because over the years, from the remember even in the 90s, it wasn't Italians and Irish and Germans that were leaving their home and coming to the United States. It was
there's a little bit of everybody.
Saudi Arabians, it was Israelis, it was.
Well, see, like my whole thing is
this area has always reflected that rather well.
For this
and it's always
country
worked
being
here.
so
For
racist,
whatever reason, it's always worked here.
Like in all these big towns, there's a Chinatown. There's a
Little
little,
Italy.
and it's predominantly that that culture there. But people cross over. People go, wherever.
We have a
it's no
lot more
big
crossing
deal.
over here. We do have some of those unofficial boundaries, and those have changed over the years, though, as the
I just don't.
influx of immigrants have changed.
But like when I go out to Cleveland, dude, it's like
It's just ghetto black
where
and
did,
then rich.
What boat did you guys fucking
Am I
come
lying?
off of,
Am
bro?
I lying? For
That's not
people
true.
that spent time in Cleveland, no, I spent time in Cleveland.
No,
People
you're
act
wrong.
like they're.
I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I've met a lot of black folks that actually that you swear up and down that their parents were getting whipped on the fucking boat coming over here.
I've
Like,
been in
if
Cleveland.
racism and shit was that bad, you wouldn't be working at a bank right now.
I've been in Cleveland a lot lately.
You wouldn't
and,
have your own house.
I mean,
you wouldn't be able to read.
I went through Little Italy in Cleveland, or whatever that Italian neighborhood is in Cleveland, and the culture, you could just tell the culture that's still there.
It's like Baltimore's Little Italy.
It was very cool. I've been through some hood parts of Cleveland. I've been through the rich parts of Cleveland. And honestly, like, people were just as nice in the hood parts to me. And of course, now I'm bringing you what you just ordered and you wanted. So
Yeah.
that's something. But like, as
She don't
you
know
know,
she got 100 milligrams of fentanyl in that motherfucker.
I don't give a fuck. Here you go. Picture upon delivery. So, and then
It's out of my hands.
don't
bitch.
give a fuck what it is.
Cold ice.
What's this? Oh, cat litter. Here you go. So, as even within the nicer areas, I mean, I didn't see the ghetto thing at all.
Well, here, and I know this
You
is
didn't have
another
some of the
thing
pleasures I had at some of
that people
neighborhoods
are
that
going
when
to
I was
call
doing the sewer project,
racist
I was
on the
drilling it.
Purge movie.
Probably not.
Because, I mean, we had to go everywhere. The
There was a part where a Mexican guy looked at the white guy and was like, you don't like me, do you? He was like, I have no problem with people.
Trabajo Blanco.
Like, he was like, I don't have any problem with any people of any color. He's like, I want everybody to, do their thing. But I just think that we should just keep to our own.
He
Now-
just sounded like fucking funny man.
Now, if
I'll have
you
a
were
Coke
to
then.
take that
Yeah.
and take the white out of it, that it came out of a white man's mouth, that is exactly what the Black Lives Matter people are saying.
And CRT.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
what
the
they say.
critical race theory people. 'Cause that is exactly
How about that Biden
what
bomb?
they are fucking, saying.
Right.
But because a white man said it, that will be some shit that will be talked about once this movie really gets out there.
Okay. Agreed. I agree with you. 100%.
And that just makes no fucking
It doesn't.
sense.
Because in the country we live in, you can be proud to be an African
I
American.
told
You
you
can be
last
proud
week.
to be a Native American, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, Black. It don't matter. Chinese. It doesn't matter. You can be proud of your heritage unless you're white. You are
Right.
not allowed to be proud.
You
to be
can't
white.
have a white. You can't have a white only college fund. You can't have a white only college. You can't have white only clubs. And I'll be honest with you. You guys know years ago, I was approached by the Masons, and they asked me to join. And I will.
First Mason I ever met was black.
No, he was not a Mason.
Yes,
no,
he was.
no, he was not. They have their own lodges, and they are called something completely different because that is one of the tenets of Masonry. And I was literally told that I could not.
No, man. I got a
No,
Mason Bible at home.
dude, I'm a fucking Mason.
No, you're not. You didn't finish.
Well, I'm a
Don't pull a card like that. What the fuck?
I'm not a master. I quit going before the
Probie.
master level. No, I'm at the second level. I was at the second level.
Yes, that I can attest
Because
to. That you're right.
Because when I was told that at a dinner,
Yeah, the master.
the guy who was sponsoring me
You're a house
he was
nigga.
like,
Yeah.
now when you meet people that you think might be, a man that might be
Good candidate.
good candidate, you can go ahead and start inviting people or whatever. And he said, but I just want to make you aware. No, we don't invite a black person. They have their own.
Oh, that means we
Lodges.
could have gone to Argus Park.
No, well, yeah, we could have because I'd have been.
Damn it!
And
I'm gonna sneak
At
in.
that
I
point-
wonder if that's just like lodge by lodge.
no, it is not lodge by lodge.
It's one of their tenants. Did you listen?
Now they do not have the same rules in Canada. I found that out by talking to someone who's in a lodge in Canada, who's a very good friend of mine. And it was at that point that I was like, it doesn't matter what you guys are offering me. It doesn't matter what. Like I'm not going to, with good conscience, ever be able to be a part of this group, knowing that is.
Gotta do.
Like, if I can't, like, we're all supposed to be equal, right? That's what even your bylaws say. And I'm supposed to judge a man based on his character. Now, if by his character I feel he would be a good fit for the Masons, but simply by his color you're telling me he can't come, I've got an issue with that. Because if his character says he can, then I say he can. Period. So that ended my relationship with the Masons.
Assholes.
I had a totally different experience.
Oh, my bad. Damn.
Well, that's an inside experience, bro. And I will not, the promises I did make, I'm not going to reveal any of the things that I learned that they feel are
right.
secret, that they believe, that they want to keep secret. There's nothing that, in any of the rituals and anything that I experienced, there was nothing else besides that. And then being shown that they do have their own lodges, that in anything, like, there's a lot of misconception about what happens inside that lodge. I will tell people, for the most part, it's pretty boring.
Illuminati confirmed.
Got 5 minutes.
Well,
But also, even disagreeing with that tenet of their belief, and then removing myself from that group, I'm also not ever going to disclose the things I promised not to disclose, just because it's kind of an honor. Like, you'd be a dick to do that.
right. That's well, I'm trying to word this correctly. Like I said, my experience with the Masons was totally different, and the people that I knew,
But yes,
it was a mixed lodge. And the only real tenet that I saw that was kind of fucked up was the women couldn't become Masons.
No.
The women's were called Golden Stars or some shit
There's
like that.
they have several different women's groups that are basically the same, but yes, the Masonic order is for men.
But
Is it though?
Yeah, that's their goal, and their goal. One of their things
It's
is
okay.
is
I just
wanting
thought it was
to
subjective.
actually,
It's fine. Moving forward.
Raise actual men.
oh, don't give me a look because there's the pink ladies.
There's
Is that some Grease 2 stuff? Because I
listen,
love that
there's-
movie.
No, those
you
are
know,
the
of
old
all the
ladies
of all the,
that-
of all the other things you can say too, there are a lot of there's a
We're
lot of
getting jackets.
There is a ton of good that are done by those organizations as well.
Right. There's all like
I mean, the Shriners hospitals. You're not a Shriner unless you're a Mason. You have to be a Mason first before you can be a Shriner. And the Shriners hospitals do a fuckload of good.
Oh man, our kids could have gone to the Jude thing.
St. Jude, no, they don't have no.
Oh,
But you
Our
what?
kids are just stupid.
You guys got
They don't have a
yarmulkes?
medical condition.
our kids
Your
are just
nose ain't big
stupid.
enough.
I got a medical condition.
I got it.
Yeah, it's called stupid.
I got that there stupid disease.
It's contagious.
I got it.
It's worse than the Delta variant of the COVID virus.
You ain't wrong.
I caught it from one of them sluts that I was fucking around with.
I think I got it
She
from the
gave me-
vaccination.
She gave me the stupid.
No, it's a side effect of apple tree syndrome.
The fuck it is. You're right.
He
Yeah,
dropped
mm-mm.
straight down the neck next to the
Oh,
trunk
you
of
trying to point that
motherfucker.
finger right at me? You out your damn mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would think Xerox had anything to do with my issues.
Because your issues birthed it.
I tried, Mama. I tried.
Well, if you want to go in lineage,
All your fault.
Damn! Out of the
You
mouths
got
of
a whole-
babes.
It ain't my fault. I'm the one that told you not to.
you got a bushel
She's the one that
of
said, I'll give you a
kids.
ride.
Yeah, but if you look at it this
Get
way,
up the asshole.
you got a bushel of kids and a willing partner to hold them fucking apples. What makes you think you didn't pass that apple on to him? He just found a dumbass to hold the fucking apples.
You're a dumbass that holds apples.
Oh my god! And on that, we need to take a break. I'm gonna hit you before the night is over.
Hit him!
We covered this on a show, Marco.
The apples?
No. Men that get abused by their wives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Is it abuse? Though,
I'm
if they
telling you.
deserve-
Cody.
And I said,
And
nah.
so I did, and then I rolled over and went to sleep.
Nah, I woke up in wedding clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back.
Hey! We're back.
Hey!
We are back, and we're talking about Joyce waking up in her wedding clothes.
Wedding clothes.
No, we caught a little bit more than that.
Without my
but-
wallet. And making friends.
Right.
And make it friends.
It
And making it
wasn't all that
rain.
different than our actual wedding night.
I wasn't drunk, though, our actual wedding night.
No. It would have been much easier to deal with if you were.
No, that was pre-Amish days.
You would have been a lot easier to deal with if you were.
No, we showed up at this nasty-ass place that looked way different on the brochure from which we booked it on.
Remember, this is before internet days, bro. You didn't have
There was a
TripAdvisor
brochure.
and shit.
Yep.
We showed up, there was shag carpeting.
On the
On
wall.
the walls!
A fucking
I've been to a couple
a
of them.
fucking bug
There
crawled out of
wasn't
it.
even, there was bugs. There wasn't even like complimentary shampoos and shit in the bathroom. And I looked at him and was like, you are not touching me until we leave this place.
So needless to say, I very quickly went to the front desk.
In which he almost got arrested. And it was also, we went to the Poconos. It was the Pocono 500 that weekend. So there was nothing.
Like a fucking VIP suite that they were hooking
There was nothing open at all. Where'd we sleep, honey?
cockroaches ready
In
to
our
go
car
away.
in the
We slept
parking
in
lot.
our Cavalier in the parking lot of the Caesars Pocono Palace that they were going to try to fit us in once people started
Once they
checking
figured
out.
They ended up putting together a nice package for us, dude.
Oh, they
we had a
hooked us
great
up
time
after.
once we were there.
So I have a
Nice.
question for you.
They ended up letting us in
While you
real
were
early
sleeping
that
in
next
small
day and
ass
like
fucking
blocking
car,
off
Yep.
one of the locker
weren't you
rooms and
wishing
one of the
that you
indoor
would've
like
sucked it the fuck
pool
out
places
of
so we
that
could
Nope, I was still pissed
go in the
as
locker room,
fuck.
take a shower,
I
change
was
our
so
clothes,
mad.
at least use the
I
pool
was-
furniture to
I
lay down.
absolutely was
Yeah.
Like they were cool
mortified.
as fuck,
I
and then they
was
took care of
fucking-
us the whole weekend.
Look,
Nice.
It was awesome.
I was
but
20, 19,
awesome.
19, 20 years old and
seriously,
spoiled as fuck, and I was not sleeping in that nasty shit.
dude, seriously,
No.
dude. All I know is
Now, I'd have been in that bed and been like, fuck you
I
tonight.
don't remember my exact.
I looked at that
Snoring,
shit,
drooling.
I looked at that
I don't-
back seat and I'd have been like, we both fat motherfuckers. I don't know.
I wasn't fat back
I
then,
ain't trying
bitch.
to be in this
I weighed
Cavalier.
like 115.
In a Cavalier.
So did he.
Literally in the back seat of a Cavalier. Look, you know
Nope.
how much time I spent in the back of
I
Greg's
weigh about a
Cavalier?
$1.95.
Greg had nothing but a box back there, and I know what size the box is, and it ain't your sizes.
No,
We weren't this size back then,
I was
dumbass.
little.
Sizes.
I was
They
half
had
my
his
size.
sizes.
I was his size with boobs.
Exactly. I'm looking at him. Him in the back of that Cavalier is cramped
We
up.
weren't in the back. We
I
just
was in
reclined
the
the front seats.
front
There was only
seat,
two
nope.
of us.
That's worse. You know how uncomfortable a Cavalier seat was?
Yeah,
when
no
I'm back?
shit, motherfucker. That's what we were
Do you
saying.
know there was no
Where the
fucking
fuck
bugs?
have you been?
What
There was no
I'm
bugs
saying
crawling
is
in my mouth. I know
slept in
that.
the shag carpet room.
Fuck that. There was
Went
no
down
bugs
to
in my
fucking
mouth.
Arab store, got you some off and sprayed yourself down or some
No.
shit. Get you a
That was the flip out
citronella,
she was having, brother.
No.
some
No,
Indian head,
motherfucking no.
fucking incense or whatever. You know, the money ones with the purple case.
6 o'clock. Look, I called Caesar's Pocono Palace. They gave me directions from the office door of where we were at.
They're
That's
like,
how
get
bad
in
it
your
was.
car, go to
Okay,
the end of the parking lot,
turn
make a right.
they fucking knew. They were like, no. No. They ended up hooking us up, letting us go into their pool room at 6 o'clock in the morning just so we could take showers. I still had bird seats stuck all over the fucking cell. Oh.
I'd have made
Fuck
friends
that.
with the roach that was living in the shag carpet.
We were like, honey, look, I think this one can do tricks.
Hey, look, I'm gonna leave a little bit of buff for him. He hooked us up. He gave me directions. You know, we got tickets to the show tonight. Motherfuckers all, you're racist. You're racist against fucking bugs.
Listen, I got to give you a PSA, too.
They might have paid their fucking rent for that night too. In that
Horseback riding sounds romantic. It looks beautiful.
It ain't.
If you are not used to horseback riding, do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not go horseback riding on your honeymoon.
And that is not gender specific at all.
No.
A taint is a taint.
I never
is
understood.
A taint.
Taint is
But
a
not only
don't
that,
touch
not
that.
only that, I never actually understood I mean, I knew the definition of the word, but I never understood the meaning of the word chafed. Until that particular afternoon.
Especially if you ain't wearing the right pants.
Right? And
No, I was just wearing fucking work jeans.
Yeah, no, it was...
Because I figured I knew there was stuff like that to do, so I just figured.
I was a fat kid, so I knew when I was younger, I wore like cargo pants type, like that
Man,
loose,
nah.
like moving, and I powdered my shit. You know, the fat kids
No,
from the
I
hood.
had them.
Back then, my thighs actually didn't
But
touch.
it-
I had them heavyweight.
I didn't have anything but
I
skin
had
tight
heavyweight
fucking
carpenters
jeans.
jeans that were so starched you could weld in them and you didn't need
Oh
leathers.
my god!
You had Dickies.
Yep.
Dickies jeans.
Yep,
Oh,
yep. And no
With a
matter
little
what,
loop for your hammer.
even if you get past the chafing, the constant, like it feels like somebody took a sledgehammer to your taint,
Yes.
and it lasts. That's days.
Days.
I did that shit one
You
time.
bruised internally.
Man. Oh my god.
We went shooting too. That was fun.
That was cool as fuck.
That's where she turned and looked at me and went, because they had one as to use.
I was good with it too, and
She
I
turned and looked at me and goes,
I
"Ooh,
want one
honey,
of
I
these.
want an Uzi."
I want this.
I'm like, we lived in Maryland at the
We
time,
all want
which
an
is a very
Uzi.
gun-restrictive state, and I'm like, everybody wants a fucking Uzi. What are you talking about? Like,
It was fun. But yeah, no, horseback riding was a no. Nope.
do not.
Absolutely.
But absolutely let them upgrade you to the Champagne Tower at
That's
no
fun.
charge if you get there.
That's fun. Well, it was no charge. And that was why it was cool as fuck, because they understood what we went through and they felt bad for us. So they upgraded us halfway through the week for no charge.
Dude, the first room was cool as shit though. It's called the Adam and Eve Suite.
There were no windows.
They don't build windows
None.
into these rooms.
Awesome shit. And there was your own
That's
personal
no
pool.
fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Dude, when I went to Vegas, the one good memory I have to say that
Remember
like,
Niagara
I had
Falls?
fun
Remember
in
Niagara
Vegas.
Falls?
I
When
was
we
in
got to
like
our-
one of the
first time
fucking
when we got-
towers.
the very
Shut
first
up!
time we went.
I was
It's
in one of
Marco's
the
turn.
towers with all the fucking like windows that looked over all of Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking a chick against them fucking windows. Like
that's what he was talking about in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
It wasn't me though.
Fuck. That's a memory right there.
We get
And
to-
just like
the
her
first time
tits
we
are
go to
still on
Niagara
them
Falls,
windows
Canada.
if they didn't clean it.
We book one of the really tall. We're on the upper floors of one of the taller hotels by the Horseshoe Falls, and but from our room, as you're looking out, I happen to look over, like just looking around, and I catch the hotel that's next to us, and a couple of floors up, and it would have been overlooking the Horseshoe Falls. There's this chick in the window just doing nude shots. You can see the camera flashes going off, and you can see her turning and posing and everything. And I was just like, oh, well, hey, people vacation for different reasons.
You're talking 24 years ago. I was not who I am now. So the room with no windows was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
But the other room was cool too. But there was something cool about that.
The Champagne Tower.
Well, yeah, but the
Oh.
Adam and Eve Suite, there was something cool about when you turned everything off, blew every candle out. I mean,
It was
bro,
dark as fuck.
it was literally there was.
And it had your own
wasn't-
pool.
It wasn't dark. It was absence of light. Like there was nothing. Like it was the nothing from the fucking never-ending story. It's just nothing. And that's the kid's name, not the horse's name.
I don't give a fuck.
Godor.
It wasn't the horse's name.
The horse with the fucking. Oh no, I'm thinking of the dragon.
Yeah, the horse that drowned in the tar pit.
That wasn't a trade. That was the boy.
Boys
That's what
were
he
trading.
said.
Yeah.
But as far as what you're saying about the absence of darkness, I had a similar situation, but it wasn't
And
in
it
a
was
cool
Falcor
thing.
was the luck dragon's name, by the way.
Yeah. Jackie and I went to some comedy show or something out of town, and we booked this online. Pictures look nice. We're coming back from this fucking show, like 2:00 in the morning. Yeah, talk about it was black as fuck because there was only one light in the place.
It was nice.
No, the
The room
fucking
looked nice back when
heater,
they redecorated it back when
we
Miami
had to
Vice was in the
sleep
top
in our
5
fucking
shows on TV.
coats because it was so fucking cold in this place. Oh my God, it was the worst. I've been in some ghetto establishments, but man,
I'll tell you what. The first time,
man, it was so dark in there.
The first time in the city that I was ever actually like for a hot moment, a hot second, just like, holy fuck. Me and some friends were leaving after a heavy night of partying. We were leaving a club in DC, and it
Bringing it down.
and it got to the point where like everyone realized that no one was capable of driving and we really shouldn't go any farther. So literally at the red light intersection we were at, there was literally a hotel or a motel. So we pulled in and got a room. I went straight in, passed out. At some point I woke up to take a piss. And where I realized we really needed to figure out how the fuck we were going to get out of here right at that point was when this was like something seriously straight out of Miami Vice. Like the hotel had like one of those, it had a driveway, but it had like a fake front wall built with an archway for you to drive through. Once upon a time, back in the fucking 70s, it was fucking decorative. Now it just was a janky piece of shit. You know what I mean? But it kind of had like this catwalk across it, and I heard yelling out the fucking window, and so I peeked, and there's like 4 hookers walking on the fucking thing, and they're shouting at people in the street and shouting at cars stopped at the red light to come in. They're shouting their room numbers and their rates.
Damn.
Yeah, that's an issue.
And then down by where the fucking pool that didn't have any fucking water in it, I was like watching fucking drug deals go down. And then in the corner of the fucking pool, like the dude walked, there's no water in it. Not even like it used to, like just earlier in the season had water, you know, because there's a little bit remaining, like bone dry, fucking crack, grass drying, growing through it. Had walked down into the fucking deep end corner, but you could still see it from the second floor. He's down in there fucking hitting the crack pipe. And I was like, and there's a fucking cop car in the parking lot.
He was with the hooker.
This was DC, and I was like, dude, bro, where the fuck are we?
All right, so
And he's like, we never left Southeast, man. We got like 3 blocks from the club and decided couldn't drive. I'm like, bro, we
Who
need to
the
get
fuck wants to stop at Southeast DC?
I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of South. Like, I don't even give a fuck. We walk. We need to get the fuck out of here.
This is how I know you guys grew up differently than I did. Now, when
you guys, that was his story. Don't do that.
Bro,
when I was in Vegas, I wanted to see all that.
Right.
I was waiting to see
but
all
I wasn't
that.
in Vegas where I was. Hey,
listen. The pools were fucking full.
Right,
I was like, this ain't what I came to see.
Right, but that's completely different. I agree. I wasn't in Vegas wanting to see that. There's a difference when it's just.
Listen.
This is life, and the cop's sitting right there just letting it happen.
I went to this concert with my cousin.
You know you're in that fucking area of town where 4 white dudes are going to end up shot dead in the fucking motel and ain't nobody going to give a fuck.
That's where I grew up. I'd have been comfortable.
Southeast DC, I was in my cousin's wedding.
Never felt so white.
And
yeah, but I was in DC, not Baltimore, so I didn't.
For her bachelorette party, we went to this concert in Southeast
I had
DC.
peeps there.
We were driving through. I think we were lost too. Okay, and y'all know me. Okay, I had been drinking. Everybody had been drinking, but me drinking is on a little bit of a different level, apparently, than most other people drinking. Yeah. So here I am
from the south.
I have to piss. I gotta pee. We're on Southeast DC. We're not fucking stopping anywhere. No, I have to pee. It's coming right now. I have to pee. Motherfuckers made me hang my ass out of a minivan going through Southeast DC to pee as we were continuing to drive down the street. Because that was better. That was better than stopping. Just hang my ass out the minivan to pee.
Hey, women want equality. There's plenty of men. We've done that. I've done it. You know, construction crew, we had to make it somewhere.
Mean, I didn't care, but like, at that point I didn't care. I had to pee. But, damn! That's some rude shit right there.
You know, you got
Hang
Remember
my
in
ass
an overhead
out.
crane, if you had to go to the bathroom, you signaled down, they set a bucket up on the fucking...
Dude, when I used to do block laying in the middle of the
You
fucking
send it
woods,
back down
you
with
know,
the bag tied.
Somebody got in trouble for leaving bags of piss
ever
at
drop
the
a
station.
deuce in a bucket in the middle of the woods?
See, I don't give a shit. Wood's fine.
See,
It
and
would
I
have taken
like
3
doing
seconds.
utility
Pull
work because
over,
there's always a dump
pee,
truck.
keep going.
So I mean, well, you can
3
piss
seconds.
anywhere, but like if you had to rock it, you could just take a bucket up in the back and sit in the back of the dump truck. You know, in the bed of the dump truck. We always
had
had
to
a bathroom
rock it.
on site.
I love that you just said
You had to rock a deuce, you know. If you
I
had to
know
rock
exactly what you meant. I just thought it was funny.
It. But then, you know, nowadays, these pipeline guys are fucking spoiled.
Spoiled.
Oh,
they have a porta potty.
They have
you
so many
damn
porta potties
pussies.
per so many people
Are
per
we allowed
so
to
many
say that
feet.
on iHeartRadio?
Yeah, they
Sorry.
haven't censored anything else yet.
Don't.
Um,
Wait for
wait
it!
a second. There's mandatory breaks if it gets so hot or so humid.
That's like soccer games.
No, I'm glad they have all that because it was rough back in the day, man. Like,
I don't get breaks.
I watched people die.
I mean, I'm supposed to. but
I watched
don't.
dude almost die from heat stroke. Yeah, well, you know, you didn't listen either. You was just like him. You didn't listen.
I had
didn't
a
drink
weird
soda.
trip on what was that shit that was
Mescaline.
fucking no
Ketamine.
no.
Acid.
K-hole.
E.
I'm stuck in
it
a
was
K-hole.
some, it was
Trying to
some
help you.
You ever been down in a K-hole? Motherfucker.
it's some shit that used to be legal. It was like almost like legal.
Close.
weed.
Laying there.
I got nothing.
Greg, dude, I remember telling
If
you.
it's
all,
back that
remember?
far, I was too good for that. I
I
didn't
put
know.
it in a bowl and I fucking had to leave my car at work.
was
and
it?
Fucking, I blamed it on.
You don't
fucking
remember.
heat stroke.
Fetal barbital.
Wasn't that fake
Meth.
shit? That fake weed shit?
It was similar.
Was
no,
that alligator?
it was
That
before
crocodile?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I almost died from fentanyl and blamed it on dehydration. I don't know how I
No,
got
this
away
shit
with
like, you know, I smoke a lot of bud,
No.
and you know, so it just
Okay,
putting a
yes.
little bit of something in a bowl. You know, I'm bougie like that. I'll kind of be a dick, but
He's
when I
right.
used to work in this one place, a buddy of mine, every time at lunch, we'd go and smoke and sit and listen to Rush Limbaugh. Well, he said he picked up this stuff
I just
down
thought
in
I
West
was
Virginia, and it makes you trip or whatever, but it was supposed to be like a real quick trip.
Oh, pro-meth. Promethazine.
And I'm like,
No.
whatever, you know. So
That's some crocodile shit. Some bath salts.
my van was parked right
K2.
next. No.
7.
My van was parked right next to
P69.
his truck.
You say
And
black
he
guy
put,
shit.
it was just enough to be on the end of his pinky of whatever this shit that looked like tobacco, like chewing tobacco,
Oh,
in a bowl.
it was
I'm
heroin.
like, maybe I should put some weed on this. And he's like, no, just,
It was heroin.
no, it was not heroin. I wish I could remember what the fuck the name of it was. But dude,
But I can't. I don't know how to pronounce it.
the trip that I went on was so fucked up and like,
Peyote.
I had to have my old lady at
Peyote.
the time come get me from work. My dude
I've only
Jesse
eaten
covered
peyote.
for me and told me that, you know, or told my boss that it was heat stroke or whatever.
He's sure. Marco's out there dumping bottles on himself like he's Jessica Biel and Footloose.
I got a story about that.
Dude, man,
I got a story about that. Wrote a song about it. Like, here it go.
dude, the fucking, like, oh my god, that was like, I'll never fuck with that shit again. It was, to me, like, I've tried DMT, and supposedly, you know, with Ricky and them, you know, that's the, nah, DMT don't do dick to me. But whatever the fuck this shit
I want
was,
some.
man, it was,
I'll try it. I'll let you know.
you, shit. I want to be sober just to watch.
I'm down.
Because I know what I went through, and
I
not
got a perfect
acting
spot
funny.
to go park the fucking Saab with the fucking hatch tent and the campfire.
The worst part of it was like I came
Smoke it
to
and sit down.
a realization in my mind that I was a piece of fabric. And that fabric went, like, it kept going smaller and smaller. And I was actually a piece of a top to a car in a different dimension. And there was all these other people around me who were just realizing that and screaming in pain. And my existence was pretty much meaningless in the whole... It was a real fucked up trip. Like, it wasn't even cool. Like, I've had acid trips.
Okay,
and
bro,
I've had, like,
so
good
here's how
whatever
we do
trips,
this.
but...
Here's how we do this. We pick a date.
I ain't fucking with that shit.
No.
We'll do
He said,
DMT, we'll
nope.
do whatever, but I ain't fucking with that. I got
Not
mushroom
I.
shit.
No, we just said the DMT.
Oh, yeah.
You
hey,
wanted
hey.
to be sober, so we'll pick a date to do it. I got the location. We'll pick a date. You'll grab the stuff. We'll meet. Bam.
Well, we might have a little... Ricky and I were talking about this. We might have a little powwow at the crib. Like, just, we're going to have a little fire and chill out there and, with the whole DMT thing. But, oh my God, I can't
Should I come
remember.
with headdress? Or should we just build one there?
You do what you do. I know how it affects me. It doesn't really, what
Show up in
everybody
a
else.
ghillie suit. That way when I want to disappear, y'all can't find me.
Like, there's Bigfoot. Shoot him.
You won't see shit.
My turn.
I'm going to build it out of all fucking scrap car parts and just hide in Marco's driveway. You won't see fuck.
So, y'all were talking about you got away with this
Just
heat
scrap.
exhaustion, heat stroke.
Your heat stroke.
So, a long time ago,
It was not.
it was a long time ago. So, I had been doing some drugs. Well, anyway,
Oh, this.
I got-
Okay, yeah, this was a long time ago.
it was a long time ago.
I've been
So
doing
I had
some
gotten
drugs.
I had gotten cocaine from a person I had gotten cocaine from so many times before.
This is so long ago. It is past any statute of limitations.
Totally long.
is
It
that
really is a
long-
long
it is
time ago.
That
Okay.
long ago.
So now,
Everybody's
I do
entitled to
it.
change.
Okay, everybody, you're right. I changed.
Everybody's got a pad.
Woohoo! Recovery. Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
blah blah blah. So anyway,
Don't forget
what?
to remind me about confession.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so
Oh, you have to hang for that.
oh my god. So I do this like I would do any other thing because I got it from a trusted person. Straight, I listen. I do this bump. My eyes go blurry. I start sweating. I can't stand up. I start puking. I'm like, what the hell just happened to me? I swear, honestly, he's put me in a cold
Good shit.
shower. He's fucking, I'm like dying. I can't stand up. I can't see. Fentanyl. Fucking somebody fucked it up with fentanyl. I have to go to work the next day, which is only a couple hours away, come to think of it. But I go to work. Literally, he comes with me to try and help me open up at work. And I still cannot, I can't even walk. I can't stand. I'm like slumped on the bench trying not to puke everywhere as he's opening my place of business. He calls my manager comes in, and then like the owner gets involved. It's some crazy fucking shit. He takes me to the hospital, quotation marks, okay? Because we both know what happened. They don't. They think I'm fucking sick. So we go to the hospital, supposedly, and totally come back with, I was severely dehydrated and had to be on IV fluids all day. Motherfuckers believed us. Dehydration is horrible. It's awful. It can totally do that to you. And I'm like, so can fucking fentanyl, bitches. What? That shit's nasty. I almost died. That's why you say no to drugs. I've been clean ever since.
Well, you are dirty. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
That's my wake-up call. But seriously, pass it off as severe dehydration. The fuck is that? That was hilarious. That was some good shit right there.
Yeah.
Severe dehydration. There you go.
Alrighty.
I'm telling you, that was some good shit.
And
And it was awful at the exact same time. Like,
PSA
horrendous.
Not to do drugs or
Seriously, don't.
Be like, hey, make sure you check out your drugs and you got
But-
a good connect.
Again,
And a
it
way
was
to
the
lie
person.
your way
It
out
was.
of that
It was
shit.
supposedly like legit person forever, till it wasn't. That's a PSA. Don't trust, and don't do drugs. I just rendered him
alrighty.
speechless.
So,
That's so fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Alright, so I guess I'm not gonna bite my tongue on this.
Fucking finally, come on.
First of all, dumbass, there's a different color. There's a different everything.
It wasn't.
And,
It was not.
well,
It was not a different color.
Alright, well, whatever. You covered your ass pretty fucking well, but, did somebody choke the fuck out of wherever you got the fucking shit? First of all. And really, the only reason why I was speechless on the whole thing was that shit happens so much now, you really can't even,
bad.
No matter
It is
how
bad.
how closely you know somebody or whatever, I mean, people are just tossing. It's cheap now. Before, back in the day, it was expensive. Now, motherfucker, it's
Right.
bleeding in bad.
And honestly, that happened with like a person who I never would have thought would have done that to me, and then after the fact, swore I was the only one that had that reaction. Only one. Really?
Well,
It was awful.
Motherfucker, why am I the only one you gave this fucking bunk shit to?
Right. The hell
You're
was
supposed
that?
to be my
You
people.
tried to kill me. We were supposed to be tight. You tried to kill me.
Terrible.
Bad.
Terrible,
They're
terrible.
all bad. And like, I was all about don't do drugs. Don't drink and drive. It was all bad.
I just, like I said, there's no way even around it anymore. I know a lot of people, like a good friend of mine, she had, she couldn't take certain whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And she thought she was getting non-narcotic painkillers because she hurt her back.
Right.
And here, her friend was giving her fucking fentanyl pills.
Shit.
And
See, I made a joke of it, but that shit's scary. It scared me.
Her-
It truly scared the shit out of me.
yeah, it'll fuck somebody up.
That was-
Not only like will it fuck them up physically with the drug wise, fucks them up mentally. Something
Yeah,
terrible.
it was so.
Oh my god.
I don't know how people do that on purpose, why they would want to do that on purpose. That was honestly one of the most horrendous experiences of my life, ever.
And then the bad thing was
Horrible.
is almost in the same situation you went through. The chick went to rehab and then came back out and was like, oh yeah, you might want to get yourself checked out.
Oh, God. Ooh.
Like all dicky. Like not checked out like disease wise, but checked out like
Oh.
I've been giving you fentanyl.
Pop.
You
no,
might
no,
want
it
to
was,
fucking
yeah.
go.
Supposedly trustworthy person. Oh, okay. I mean, you say that with a grain of salt because that's a drug dealer. Okay, how much can you actually trust a drug dealer? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess there's levels. But,
You're a level.
I mean, some level. Listen. Are you 10? Stop that.
You want to fight me?
You want to lose?
Hell yeah.
Fucking, we're going.
Cheers and shit.
Cheers
Yeah,
and
you
shit.
Dude, you're so close to the back of my head. I feel the fucking heat off your balls. Jesus.
No, that's his pube hair in his face.
I wish I had a ball gun.
So what? You got 2 melons?
You're a melon.
Oy
Oh
vey.
my God.
Anyway. Yeah.
I'm
So that was
just-
2 levels. That was a betrayal level and I almost died. Like, that was a wake-up call for me. Thank God. I'm not going to say like I got better right away, but it was a wake-up call. And eventually I learned.
It was a lesson. It
Was it
made
though?
you more aware.
Right? It was a lesson. It really was. My circle got way smaller
Right.
and then got non-existent.
So,
Now I've been 2 years
we're
clean.
gonna get We're gonna get
You
back
mock
to
my
some-
pain. Never do it again. What movie?
Princess Bride.
Hey.
I mean,
We're
if
going to
you're-
get back
If
to.
you're gonna come at me with something challenging.
What's 9 times 7? Ah, I'm just kidding.
You're wrong.
Dun-dun-dun.
How about? Did you know Deadpool was married to Black Widow once upon a time?
What?
No, I did.
I bet that was fun.
I bet that was fun.
Ryan Reynolds was married to ScarJo.
Oh.
And the reason why it's coming out now is because Ryan Reynolds is going into the MCU as Deadpool. And they're making a big issue that he's not allowed to make reference to her or make a joke about her. You know how Deadpool fucking dicks around with everything. But yeah, they're making a big issue like he's...
Man,
But-
telling him he can't say something
Yeah, you know
is
how
like,
bad that-
triple dog dare you. Like, that's stupid.
They are-
That is so dumb.
Deadpool's gonna end up being
Oh.
knocked out of the MCU real quick.
That
Jesus
sucks.
Christ, what the hell? I thought
I
I,
don't
put
know,
my
maybe you
phone on
should
silent.
turn
I'm
your
sorry,
phone on silent.
everybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fucking hooker.
Fucking shit up.
Oh
We
my
were doing
God.
so good.
Right?
No, we weren't.
Damn.
Oh,
That's
We
the
were
point,
mediocre at
dickhead.
so I mean, like, what? I could understand. You know, I've held grudges, and I don't want to be around certain exes, and I know certain exes don't want to be around me. But, bitch, we both getting paid millions of dollars to be in front of this camera for what? Maybe a day? I think we both could suck this shit the fuck
I mean,
up.
shit, if I were her, I'd talk shit too.
Yeah!
For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
It would be
you
a
know,
whole new reality show
you-
right
You
here.
throw it out there the same way. I mean,
Yup.
I don't get what the big fucking issue is.
Getting paid.
I have to admit, I always love Ryan Reynolds. I mean, if you look at all the movies he's ever been in, it
Did
looked
you
like
check that movie out?
the
I told you to check out.
evolution of Deadpool. I mean, it was just like, you know, what he worked up to be in Deadpool.
Which one?
But I give him more props to be fucking ScarJo.
Listen,
Oh my God! Oh my fucking
I know
God!
he didn't. I know he didn't.
Oh,
Did you check out the movie I told you to check out with Ryan Reynolds,
probably
where
not.
he plays the schizophrenic that hears voices and he kills
that was
people?
Johnny Depp.
No, it was not. It was Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
you're right.
I watched it when you were away on business. And and he was fucking like, he would freak the fuck out on somebody and then they'd be wrapped in like 700 layers of plastic in his apartment after he killed them because he heard voices and he talked to his cat and his dog. Like, fucking dude, you got I'll send it to you, but you have to watch it. Ryan Reynolds.
Remember the one where he was
Woo!
the dad whose daughter got kidnapped?
No. He's in a new one, by the way.
After, like, ice skating practice or something, he ran to the store. She stayed in the car.
No.
He came out, she was gone.
No, I got nothing.
That was a good one.
well, I'm sure you know the people would have liked to hear what you said. That was the first time you were ever quiet, and you're like 50
Oh,
foot
shut
away
up.
from
I
the
don't
mic.
give a fuck.
Something about ice skating. There you go.
you're an
Google
ice
it.
skater.
IMDb that shit. Ryan Reynolds. There you go. Hey.
See, I look down on a lot of schizophrenia movies.
No, this one
because
was fantastic.
of what I had to go through, or whatever, and the way I've dealt with it. But again, and this is not rocket science.
Ryan
This
Reynolds.
is just straight, you know.
It's perfect.
Like, yeah, but it's just the way they depict it. It's not the first time. Like, you, no matter what issues you have in your life, no matter what problems you have in your life, if your dog starts talking to you, you're gonna be like, "Hey, You're talking to me. What'd you say?
What you want to
Kill
do
my
today?
wife? You're a fucking dog. No, I love you to death, but I'm not gonna kill my wife. And you better remember that bitch fucking buys your food.
Brutus
So-
talks to me every day. What are you talking about?
Well, there's a lot of people, you know, who think they're animals.
Brutus
like
is
the
telling
son
me
of
I'm
Sam
dying.
Fucking said a dog told
No,
him to
he's
murder
not.
all these
He
people.
is too.
You're a hypochondriac ass. This
I'm
thing
not a
is bullshit
hypochondriac
up.
ass.
The whole
My
point
dog
of
is
it
telling me
is-
something's wrong with me.
You know, if
No,
something
no.
is telling you
She
something
thought
wrong,
she thought something
it
was wrong
don't
with
take
her.
a
She was
rocket
dying too. We went
scientist
to the
or
doctor and everything
anything
was
else.
fine.
You know, just because that dog told you it was real,
Stuff
you
that
know,
shouldn't
don't
be
mean
fine
it's
is
real.
fine.
I have high stress levels.
You are a high stress level.
You know, I learned that back in the day when I found out you could have relapses on acid. I did a lot of acid when I was a kid. So I look forward to that shit, especially when I
Yeah,
get
how's your
older.
relapse on
You know, it's
penis
gonna
going?
help me as I go older. But, you know, I don't give a fuck if it's a dog, if it's an alien. If your God jumped off of whatever fucking pedestal you got it on and said, "Hey, go kill your wife or go kill somebody," you'd be like, no,
I don't know, man. There's some days it might be right on.
no.
Listen, no. All I can say is my dog's not talking to me with words, but every time he comes near me, he starts whining and pushing his face in my face and like acting like a crazy person.
He's just trying to show you a mirror image of yourself.
No, he's like, something's wrong with you.
Right.
Something's wrong. And I'm like,
like,
am I about to have a seizure? I don't know what's happening.
No,
Tell me,
he's
lassie.
He's just telling you that you're crazy.
He's freaking me out, man.
Hey, Shaggy Daggy.
You don't
dude.
do it to anybody else with me. Doesn't matter what I do. He walks up to me and he's whining and fucking acting crazy.
Calm down.
All right, well,
calm down.
this is
calm
my
down.
analysis of
Calm
what
down.
you just said.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Hold on, just
which
need belts.
dog is this?
Brutus.
The only dog we have.
Now, why does it have to be about you? What
Because
if
he
it's
only
coming-
does it to me.
Yeah, what if he thinks you're the only one who'll listen? Maybe his, maybe he needs his anal gland squeezed, or maybe.
Oh,
his
he knows
ears
better to
are
come to me
fucking
for that
itches.
bullshit. Because I'm like, you out your mind. You.
You're supposed to take him
No.
to the vet for that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right, Dr. Parks. Woohoo, woo, woo.
Yeah, because he taught me how to do it, and
Well,
I did it
hell no.
one time. That was one of the most disgusting things I've
Absolutely.
ever done
My
in my
sister
life.
had to do it with her chihuahua.
Oh,
I
my God.
absolutely will not express anal glands on a dog.
Oh,
They will
my-
get taken to. If there is a company that will scoop poop,
I have
somebody
pushed
will
a
express those
hemorrhoid
anal
back
glands,
in
and
a
it is
woman's
not going
ass.
to be me.
And I will not do
No.
another anal gland.
Never again. No. Oh, wait, I never did that, but still, never. No.
That's true love.
No,
that
thank
right
you.
there. When you push
No,
a
that is
hemorrhoid back
true
in a
fucking
woman's ass,
stupidity. No, take the bitch to the doctor. No,
the doctor said to do it.
no, make an appointment. Doctor, do it yourself. No, don't push nothing back in my ass. If it came out, there's something wrong. Take me to the goddamn doctor. No. And that goes for a dog too. No.
I pray you never get a hemorrhoid.
No, I pray I
Jared
never
got
get
some
a.
fat
We are
fucking
together.
fingers.
We are
Oh
together
my
on that.
God. And
You
to
one
have
more time,
that's
motherfucking
like taking
act
it
like
in
a
the
12-year-old.
ass. Like
I am not. No.
Jared got Chinese people
Hell
dicks on
no.
the end of his fucking hands.
I will cut my fingernails and push my own hemorrhoid back in.
You
No.
leave me alone. You leave
Yeah,
me alone.
that-
Oh, leave my hemorrhoid alone.
Right.
That's my own
that is a
hemorrhoid. His
test
name
of
is
love
Roy.
Right there. That is a test of love right there.
Leave Roy alone.
Yeah, if a dude, and you know, I know a lot of women,
No.
especially ones that are in the medical field, who will do that for a man.
Oh,
No
that's
problem.
nice. No.
But for a man to do that, that is.
He would. He would totally do that. I know 100%.
Oh, no, the men will do it.
I know he will.
He fucking loves you.
No, take my ass to the doctor. You ain't pushing a hemorrhoid back in my ass. No.
It just pops right back in. It's
No.
like,
No.
Shut
I'm
up,
not
take it like a
expressing
man.
anal glands. I'm not. No, and no. No.
it,
And
it be
hell
like
no.
that sometimes.
Sometimes it be like that. No. Not today.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's my flamingo. Leave it alone.
Hey, look, I just bought new flamingo Converse.
That's the
They're
call
baby
of the-
blue with flamingos on them.
No. You have to send
I'm
me a
wearing-
picture.
I'm wearing them to the show tomorrow in Cleveland.
Oh my! I'm not gonna be in Cleveland. I gotta work tomorrow.
Bastard.
You're a bastard.
Bro.
No, I'm not good.
Yes, you are. You're driving.
No, I'm not.
Motherfucker. God damn it.
Well, you gotta pour it now. I already bent the bottle that way. I'll wait for you, though.
What the fuck? I already bent the bottle.
I can't reach it. I'm little. Thanks.
Oh, my God.
I want to go eat a pulled pork sandwich and go.
Whoa. Okay, I'm ready.
He said he wants to pull his pork and go to bed.
That's not
Listen,
what I
there's
said.
barbecue on that shit. I
I
ain't
want to
it.
go eat a pulled pork sandwich and go to bed.
Fuck that
reminded me
barbecue
of back,
shit.
like when I was in the hood, like I'm with a black girl. It's not a bad
What the
thing.
fuck you're talking about? We talking about chitlins?
No.
Holy
Oh.
fuck.
Ew! Oh!
Cheers.
Greg,
Greg, pay attention.
Estovia!
Woo.
All right, well, we got 5 minutes till break.
One time I picked up my kid at his friend's house. It's funny that you asked to be earlier if I had bread for my barbecue massacre. And
I wouldn't have wasted the sauce if it was good.
because no, it wasn't good though. It was like it tinged my cuticles orange, like it was like I was
What
eating
did it taste
Cheetos
like?
and shit.
What
I
did it
didn't
taste
taste
like?
it. I just smelled it all day long. It was very vinegary.
Yeah, see, that's-
It was vinegary, like well, what's that down South Carolina bullshit with that tangy barbecue like vinegar sauce.
I'm trying to find out what's wrong with anything you say.
That
right
shit.
now.
Right.
Anyway, I picked my kid up one day, and his friends were coming with. I didn't know that, but that's okay. They came with anyways. But they ran back inside to grab something to eat, and literally came out with a barbecue sandwich. It was barbecue sauce on bread, and he was like, "Nah, I don't want that shit." And they were like, they're eating it. We're like, and I was looking at him like, "You ain't down with the barbecue sandwich? You don't know about the barbecue sandwich?" He ain't hood. He ain't down with the barbecue sandwich.
You.
Who am I talking about? Matthew?
I just, man.
Man.
Talking about ate shit like that at their house. What are you talking
At their house.
about? At my house, look.
The barbecue
How many
sandwich.
times do I come home? I'm like, oh, what is there to eat? And then it'll be some shit I have to make now.
Some shit you gotta make by putting on a plate and putting in the microwave.
No, never, no.
Although he can do pretty good when he wants to.
I'm
He does.
weird as shit, but
Well,
Barbecue sauce on the bread.
I want to, because I have a similar argument with my daughter at the house, so I want your perspective of it.
Alyssa. Pretty boy.
No, I want his real perspective
He's
of
got
it.
pretty hair.
You are complaining that there is nothing that you want at the house, kind of. That's
Kind
pretty
of.
much what you're saying, right? And it's not.
No, he is saying that there's nothing readily available.
No, I'm not talking to mom.
I'm sorry.
Is that what you're saying? Or you were complaining earlier about the whole shoes or whatever, all that. That's what you're saying, right?
Right now, we've got a lot of food. So yeah, I just good.
Okay. And I'm saying this right now because now you're a dad now. You crossed over. You ain't no little kid no more. So I'm coming at you as a man. What the fuck did you do to earn anything better than what these two are doing their damnedest to provide for you?
Answer the man, boy.
I don't got an answer for
I mean, man.
I'm just, you ain't got to, it's rhetorical. That's something you gotta wonder.
You're
Because you know what? What in 5 years, you're gonna be thinking the same thing. And in 10 years, when that kid is gonna be talking back to you, that shit's gonna linger. And then in 13 years, when that kid's gonna want to fight you like you want to fight your dad, you're gonna be like, fuck, I owe Marco $200. And with that being said, we're going to take our break.
Hey!
Hell
You don't owe my...
Cody, 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 Cody.
And we are back.
We back?
We back.
Huh.
We've been talking about
Dogs.
dogs. And I'm going to tell you, in my experience with dogs,
Little vicious mongrel.
I have
little
met
one, motherfucker.
one dog that was vicious and scared the hell out of me. And it wasn't the one that made me run today. Although, like, I didn't know he wasn't vicious until I'd already ran. And I was really upset about it. Because, like, I don't run ever. Like, that's not a thing I do. Running's not my thing. Like, those little bumper stickers on your cars with the, like, marathon things. No, mine's the 0.0 because we don't run. I don't do that. So, like, this dog made me run. But he ended up being one of those fluffy, like, haha, tied up and fuck you dogs. Because he was not a threat. But those little dogs, the little dogs with the thing to prove, those are the dogs that you have to be careful of. Like, those are the dogs that will eat your soul. They're coming for you. They're flanking you. They're ganging up. It's like cheetahs and lions and shit. All that. Like, they're wolves. They're just like, they're all over the place.
Believe, if they got their certain, individual little tribes here and there, they will come together at your ass.
They will.
They will come together. If they're like, hey, wait a minute, this is an intruder on all our shit.
So, if y'all don't know and you don't follow, I'm sorry for you. But, okay, so I deliver for, a company that you order stuff. I deliver it to you. And when I show up at your property, my experience has shown the little dogs are the ones you have to watch your butt on. So look, I said butt for iHeartRadio. You're welcome. I love you. Mwah.
Really? Really? This
Dude,
whole fucking night?
I know, this whole night I've been dropping all kinds of shit. But listen, I was mindful for a minute. Give me a second. God.
Giving up respect to the iHeartRadio.
Respect for iHeartRadio. But whatever. Anyway, no, it's the little ones. They flank you. They're going to bite you no matter what. Because you're on their property. That is their territory. It's those little ones, just like short women. They're territorial. They got their shit, and you better not encroach on that shit.
See, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all.
Thank you very much for validation.
That's the whole reason why I have a bunch of little dogs. But there's also that side of me that I make sure never comes out. But, I would think it'd be hilarious just to, like, start punting little motherfuckers like that.
You ain't killing one.
Because I would never do that. I love my animals, that much. And I would
Your
snap
animals,
on people.
fuck them.
But
I haven't had to
also
do
have
that, thank
twisted
God.
side. I also have that real twisted side, and just to have like, you know what, you bit me, you little bitch. Fah! Just
No, I haven't had to do that, thankfully.
There's that one part of you, that good heart part of you, that's like, what the fuck is going on here? But there's that other part of you that remembers getting bit by grandma's dog or auntie's dog or by your friends. Like that little Pekingese that hits you in the lip.
Right on the lip or right where
the little
it's sensitive.
chihuahua fucking like grabbed you. Yeah. Oh my God, look at that person's an asshole.
Shit.
Look, he hit the foot. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. Oh my God, you see that play again.
And grandma's going to be petting it and being like, what'd you do to Precious? Leo? No.
I'll flip. So I think that's another $1 million idea. I don't condone hurting animals at all. But I think like a fictitious thing made up to like the thought of like, we can even do it with people. What if you just, wanted to beat your kid's ass? You ain't never gonna do that shit, but just the thought of like, you know what, that motherfucker didn't do. BAM! Right there. What would happen if...
Oh my God. To have like a comic... look, I have a comic strip in my head that is a running like
Kind of like my life is an ongoing Jerry Springer show.
completely.
What a
Like
coincidence! You're a
it's
stripper
like,
in my head too.
hey, baby, hi. But like, no, it is. It's a running comic strip that is constantly.
I
There's
don't wanna see
voiceovers.
it.
There's like it's like the old Batman and Robin, like pow, boom, wow, like all that shit that happens in my head on a daily. But as I'm going through my day, and I see all this shit, and everything interacts, and like they don't know it, but they're in my show. And seriously, like every single day, I have that happen.
Big shit downs.
What the hell are you talking about? No way. It's way faster than that.
On that note,
I think shit
Fuck,
down.
dude.
on that note,
On that note, we're gonna end this tonight. If
Y'all
you're around
just
the
jealous because
Cleveland
you don't have the
area,
imagination.
check us
I'm gonna
out
go get some
at Bar
barbecue.
17.
Ew,
Pulled
not
pork.
barbecue.
Just check out fucking Upside Down Studios, iHeartRadio, on Facebook, on all everything.
Do it. You'll be
And
sad
check out
if
the
you don't.
Eargasm guys, and yeah, that shit too.
Live life. Let's do
So,
this shit.
Jesse, we love you, man.
check out Stereotype
Yes,
Eye on
we do.
Reverb Nation.
Yeah,
Hell
check
yeah.
them out.
Love you, bro.
And
details
stay
for
tuned.
the benefit will
Yeah,
follow.
stay tuned for the
'Cause
benefit.
I am working on that very diligently.
Jared's got that going, and the benefit you guys need to.
And just to let
Check into.
everybody know, the universe took Jesse. You know, he wasn't drunk, high. He wasn't that type
No.
of person
Right,
no more.
alcohol
No,
was
he was
not,
sober.
No,
Jesse was
no.
Jesse
Yes,
was
yes, he
actively
was.
practicing sobriety. He was in
Yes, he
recovery,
was.
and alcohol was that.
It was like 5:30 in the morning. That guy was like on his way to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
you know, because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people talk shit. The universe took Jesse. We out. Y'all be safe.